Hey dolls and friends, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber Michon and I do weekly DIYs and hauls. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. So in this video, I have some Halloween DIYs for you. A few of you have asked me if I was going to create some, and I typically don't really decorate for Halloween or buy anything for Halloween, but I thought I would give it a try this year. I am actually trying out Dollar Tree's vinyl. I had a super sweet subscriber send me tons and tons of Dollar Tree vinyl. I was super excited to get them, so thank you so much. I know in one video I said that if you happen to find any, send them my way if you could or if you wanted to. Thank you so much, Sarah and Roberta. I really do appreciate it. It has been awesome working with it. So you guys are gonna get my true honest opinion about working with Dollar Tree vinyl. I tried just a few pieces for this video, and I have a love-hate relationship with the Dollar Tree vinyl, to be perfectly honest. Also, this video is in partnership with Molly Ollie, and they sent me this really awesome craft tote. More on that in just a bit, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the DIYs.
So this is all of the vinyl that I have received. It is so much, you guys. Y'all really hooked me up and I really truly appreciate it. So let's dive into these projects. I'm going to go straight to them being cut so you can see how my Cricut Maker and my Cricut Joy cut these vinyl sheets. So the first one I am cutting has this glitter texture, and it actually is really smooth. It doesn't come off on your fingers or anything. It's very pretty, and the glitter really pops. But as I'm cutting this, it's a really thin sheet of vinyl, and it just messes all up on the wording. So I did two different sizes of like my words for this particular vinyl sheet, and this first one were some small words but also some larger shapes in there as well. And it doesn't do really well with small wording. It does better with larger bulk letters or even larger bulk shapes. So you can tell a difference between these vinyls because this glitter texture one is very thin, but some of the other vinyl sheets are a little bit thicker, like the solid color ones or the buffalo check colored ones or the iridescent ones. But the ones that have more of a texture on top of it, like all the glitter ones, are very thin. So you're going to want to be careful when you're cutting this. And I actually set my my pressure to less. You know, on your Cricut, you can set it to default, more or less. And I set it to less. Once I set it to less and did a larger image, it came out perfectly. And then I just kept it to less on my pressure for all of my vinyl sheets. I didn't even try to set it to default, which is the normal pressure for the cutting machine. I just set it all to less, and they all worked perfect. So let's move on to show you what I did make for my Halloween tier tray. So for this first one, I had the smaller wording right there on the bottom corner. It just did not look right. I tried to cut out about 3 different images on here, and I got one which is these larger, a little bit more bulky letters, like I said. And this one says resting witch face. I absolutely love it. It has this broom on it. I think it's so cute. I am not a gory Halloween like person, gory, scary, whatever. My stuff is going to be more like cute and like, oh, how precious kind of thing, because I don't really do Halloween at my house. But you guys asked for some Halloween DIYs and decor, so I'm going to bring you guys a couple of videos for that. So once I was able to get the vinyl up and weed everything out, this is what it looks like, and it looked really great. My second image, however, was a little bit tough to get together. As you can see here, I had it to say October 31st, and it had these little squiggly like decor lines or whatever you want to call it, decor lines on the side of 31. But my October did not come out right at all because it was just smaller wording and letters. So it just didn't work out. So I had to set that aside, and I'm actually going to use some Target black glitter vinyl that I had left over from last year. And then this yellow vinyl is from Dollar Tree, and it worked out so much better when you use traditional or regular block letters from my Cricut. It worked out perfectly and just fine. I had no kind of sticking. I had no issues pulling this up. The only thing is it takes a little bit long for you to actually pull up the vinyl. And then for this white one, I did this on my Joy, and it completely stuck to my mat. And this is on the lightest pressure setting, and it just stuck there. So I just kind of had to toss that one. And I just ended up using some regular white vinyl from Cricut that I already had on hand. So for the first DIY, I'm using these Halloween pins. They're the ghost ones that say boo, and a craft wood block from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use one of those ghost shapes and then take off the tag onto my wood piece. And then I just sand it down. It's much easier if you use a heat tool or your blow dryer to take off a tag so you don't have to sand it down. So anyways, I then used my Waverly chalk paint and ink, and I gave the entire block piece one coat of black paint, and then I gave my ghost 2 coats of white paint. After that was dry, I'm using the yellow vinyl that I use, and then also Dollar Tree has the transfer tape. So I wanted to make sure that I used the transfer tape for each of the Dollar Tree vinyl pieces. I did not want to use my Cricut transfer tape because you guys already know I have too hard of a time even just getting stuff up with that. So I wanted to make sure I used the Dollar Tree transfer tape and see how it worked. And it worked just fine. I absolutely love this phrase. I'm too old for this sheet. I think it's so funny. I saw the phrase, I think it was in Walmart on a sign, and thought I had to do like a mini sign for like a tiered tray. And this idea popped into my head. So using the Dollar Tree transfer tape with the Dollar Tree vinyl worked just fine. The value is all the same, and it adhered just fine, nicely, quick, easy. Takes a little bit of time because the vinyl actually sticks to the transfer tape, just like I have an issue with the Cricut transfer tape. The vinyl sticks to it, and sometimes it doesn't want to come up. So I did try a couple of times where I stuck it on like my shirt or like my table or something just to get it not as sticky. I know a lot of you guys have told me to get Expressions vinyl, and I have already ordered some, like the transfer tape, the opaque one. So I've already gone through the process of doing that, but this video is all about Dollar Tree's vinyl and their transfer tape. And you can see, look, how long it's taken me to actually get this out. I know that this is probably not something you want to see, but I wanted to show you guys, even though this is sped up, how like long it takes me to get it up. So even though I said it was quick and easy, it wasn't quick. It was easy. I just had to like hold down the vinyl words when I was removing the transfer tape. But after that was done, I just hot glued my ghost right on the front. And that's it for this one. Love it. So cute. For the next one, I'm just using this scalloped wood piece from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to give that 1 coat paint of my ink chalk paint. And all I did while I was painting it, I decided not to just cover the whole thing black. I just did like the inside of what the picture would be. And then I decided to take my white chalk paint from Waverly and just paint the outer like rim of it. And I left the inner, like the middle rim part, that natural wood color. And I think it's so pretty, and I think it gives it a lot of character, dimension, and it just makes everything on this pop. So this one is going to be my potions sign, and this is Dollar Tree vinyl, again, the red one and the white. And since these were a little bit thicker shapes, I decided just to pull them off with my finger and not use the transfer tape, and it was super easy. I ended up using another little piece, like a black like skull crossbones piece, and putting it on there. So you'll see it at the end reveal. For the next one, I'm using my resting witch face vinyl, and then another square craft wood piece, and painting that using my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I gave that just 1 good coat. After that was dry, I decided to go ahead and sand it down, and If you have these finger sanders, you gotta make sure you change out like the sanding sheet because I got a little bit of black on it. But you guys know me, I handle my oopsies and I just kind of go with it. So I just kept sanding it down to give it a little bit more of a weathered look. Blew all of the, dust off and cleaned it up a little bit. And then used my Dollar Tree transfer tape yet again to transfer over this phrase resting witch face right onto the front. And I will say that this one was actually the easiest for me to transfer over. Don't know why. Not sure if it's because of the texture, the glitter texture on top, but it was a brand new piece of transfer tape and it was so easy. You see how quickly I pulled that up? Super, super easy. Then I took my my ink chalk paint and a chippy brush. And like I said, going along with my oopsie, I just distressed the edges and all around inside of that sign, and that's what it looks like. So I know a lot of y'all ask what I do with my DIYs once I am done. Half of the time they're up in my home or I give them away to family or friends, but the other half of the time I need to store them. And I think that this tote that I got from Molly Ollie helps just that. It's so spacious and it holds so many of these small decor pieces that I have. I know I do like a lot of large wreaths and a lot of large signs, but I have big totes for that. But sometimes I don't want my small decor pieces to get lost in the shuffle of those large totes or to break or anything or tear or get a scratch on them. So this little tote right here can be used for a plethora of things. It's definitely multi-purpose, but for me, I love putting all my small decor pieces in there. It can also act as a craft like storage tote. It can act as a diaper bag tote. It can act as whatever you want. I think you guys would really like it. It's a really cute color. I absolutely love that they sent it over to me, and it's super helpful to keep me organized with these small decor pieces. So the bag comes with 2 dividers in it, so you can have 3 different compartments to place your items into the main compartment. And then on the side, they have 2 compartments. One is just kind of like a sleeve to put things in. The other side, it comes zipped up and it has 1 sleeve that is also attached with some Velcro. And then it has some slots for either your paintbrushes or some pens, pencils, or whatever you may need. And then on the front side of it, it has 3 pockets on both sides actually for you to have more storage. So it is such a great storage compartment, little tote. I absolutely love it, but I love it to store my small decor pieces when I don't have them staged in my home or I haven't given them away yet. So if this is something you think that you would absolutely love, go down to my description box below and use the link and you will get 10% off of your purchase. And make sure you hurry because this discount code is only available 2 weeks from today's date. So make sure you head down to the description box, click the link, and get your tote today. Next, we're going to take this Happy Fall shadow box along with this circular, it's called a wreath ornament from Dollar Tree. You get it in the floral section. I'm going to remove the leaf and then I'm going to take off the tags using my heat tool. Like I said, it's the easiest way to remove these tags and whatnot. Then I'm going to just give my wreath ornament some wood filler in that hole where you can like hang it up. I'm just going to put that a little bit in there so that way I can get a smooth surface on it. And then once that is dry, I'm going to sand it down just a little bit so it's a little bit more smooth to the touch. Then I'm going to use my white Waverly chalk paint and give this 2 good coats of paint so it's completely covered and it's not opaque or anything like that. It just looks like a stark white matte color. Then I cut out again the first phrase that I had is supposed to say October 31st. I just did it on my Target vinyl that I got. I tried very hard not to use any of my Cricut supplies for this because I wanted to give you guys a little bit more of an affordable option on some of these items. So I used the Dollar Tree transfer tape on this actually as well, and it worked perfectly on this. So once I pulled that up and I just adhered it to the front of that circular piece, and it came up really easily and so nice, and I just hot glued it to the middle of the shadow box sign. Next, I'm taking this canvas, the small 4x6 canvas from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut it on the back side against the staples so I can get the just the canvas piece out, because I like to have the wood frame show on these canvases. I just think it's really, really pretty, and it's so farmhouse, and I absolutely love the exposed wood on it. But I did go ahead and paint this using this Merlot chalk paint. I got this a couple of years ago and I rarely use it, but I thought for Halloween it'd be a good color to incorporate with the blacks and the red and oranges and stuff. So I'm thinking that black and this Merlot color are going to be like my colors for Halloween. So I just gave that one good coat on the sides and the insides, and then I just sanded down it just a little bit to give me that weathered look that I always love. And then I took this phrase. It just has a bunch of words like that relate to Halloween on it. And this again is that, actually this is just regular black vinyl from Dollar Tree. I did not take you guys through the entire process of me pulling this up from this vinyl because it took forever. And when I mean forever, I mean forever. Anybody seen Sandlot? That's where I got that from. But anyways, it took forever and I just could not like keep the camera on that long. It was just painful. And then even just here taking it up on the transfer tape took so long. And this is a thicker piece of the vinyl sheet than the glitter black vinyl. So even the plain black vinyl from Dollar Tree was still a pain. Look at this. I'm trying to put it on the canvas sheet and it just comes right up. It doesn't even stick to it. I've never had a problem putting vinyl, my Cricut vinyl, on this kind of surface, on this canvas. So I had to just go line by line and just kind of hold it down with my little squeegee tool from Cricut and just keep going until it was all down. Had to use my little tool over there, the little pokey tool or the weeding tool to keep the letters in line and everything. But I finally got it up and it looks really, really cute. And then I took my frame and cut down any of those strands of like canvas pieces that were up and just I traced it out, like I just outlined it so I could cut it down to size. And then I just hot glued it right to the back of this canvas wood piece. And that's it for this one. I think it's really, really cute. I like all of these. I think they're so adorable and great for tiered trays. So here is my final reveal with all of my items for my tiered tray for Halloween. Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And be blessed, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye! What are you looking at me?
Hey, Doc.
What is that noise? Ooh. So in today's video, I have I love you too.
I love you too.
I love you too. Caleb.
Bye. Bye.
I'm not done yet though.
I love you, Dad.
Say see ya.
Bye. Bye.
Give him kisses. Give him kisses. Not me, them. Go blow him kisses. Good.